I wonder if we can like cut some bits off of it and eat some drake meat and you know, use them as like, I don't know, is there like drake hide armor?
I don't know. I can replace my deer skull with a dragon skull.
Oh, I dig that. I totally dig that. Upgrade. No, but wasn't that deer like a legendary creature or something like that?
Yeah.
Like the thing from Princess Mononoke?
I think so. Yeah, it was some big thing.
Yeah.
It's like bigger than, you know, one of your Canadian moose.
Oh, I don't know, man. Have you ever seen how big a moose is? Like legit?
Yeah. I think this thing was bigger. I just don't remember what it was called. Let me see if I actually.
I just remember the action. The whole like standing up from the bushes, knife up, completely disemboweling the thing.
Oh no, dude! It was a horse chopper. Like it, you know, it's like the big like saw blade at the end of a big spear, and just.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Oh, so good.
And then all the guts would have just fell right on you.
Oh yeah.
Lowbreck would have loved it.
Oh, absolutely.
Would have been like one of those old school conditioner commercials where you're in the shower and it's all slow mo and flow.
Oh yeah, I was more thinking, you know, on the stage, the spotlight hit the chair, and you just pull the lever and just whoosh.
Oh, the Nickelodeon goop.
Just blood and guts. Oh.
Oh. Da 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 da. Dougie. I see him. He's fluffing his chair. Welcome back, Doug.
Hey.
Welcome back. You ready for another action-filled adventure of chopping that wood?
And all sorts of euphemism jokes for cutting lumber.
Is Glug Glug an expert in athletics?
I don't know if he does have athletics. I believe acrobatics, he's +8.
But is his is it?
It says trained. He's trained.
So it's just trained. So he's not an expert. Okay. So you can't do the athletics attempt to knock the thing over.
Right. Okay. Right. To bowl it over to shield rush I remember actually, I think I was playing Spiegler's character to try to do that.
Yeah.
In the last fight. Yeah, I was going to cast a spell to do extra damage. I was going to do weapon surge since I'm only doing a third.
Yeah. Why not? Right. Everything you can. I think on my next action, I'm gonna try and dispel it because that buys us time when it can't shoot us. For us to
then I can just keep hacking at it.
But I think I think I have to hit a pretty high DC for that to work.
Well, and both me and Miros are experts, at least in athletics. So we again.
Can you aid another? I wonder if you can aid another on this.
Is there a risk to critical fail when attacking a post?
No. Well, I mean,
he could. Well,
like
right.
you could overswing and go prone or whatever, you know. So yeah, there's always a risk.
Yeah, that's true. But no, I think I'll just do it that way then.
Yep, chop that wood.
Hello, everyone. A little bit of a long intro, but you know, sometimes we just jump in. Sometimes it's a little bit of debuffing and buffing of our plans of our group discussion, how we're going to take on the said and the what and the not. When last we left our hero, you guys,
because there is really only one hero here.
Oh yeah, Glug's the man.
Hiding in a bush.
Yeah,
yeah, no, little brick. Yeah, the one hiding in the bush. Da, 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 da.
Miros is about to go. No one seems to care that Stefan's down a hole.
Again.
Not the first time.
I mean, at this point, is it not kind of his MO? Oh, look, a hole. I'm going to jump in there and disappear from combat.
I'm just punishing Spiegler for not showing up, but we'll get Ryan to unmute, lean into that microphone because it's his go.
What I'm eating.
No! It's delicious tiramisu.
You told us mic discipline, man.
No, I know. No, do you want some ASMR? Dude, we can do some ASMR right now.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
You want some eating ASMR? Oh,
Just get the turnover with you. You go back to your Terra and Mary Sue and whatever you're doing there.
Yeah. All right. So this dragon is no longer with us.
I won't say that. It just stops moving after he pelts it with magic missiles.
It's no longer, it's not doing the flailing thing anymore.
It stops attacking, it stops moving.
Okay, that's good enough.
But it is real, it's right there.
Yeah. So I will take this opportunity to then do a 180.
Okay. Do you want to finish it off? You want to do the coup de grace?
I have my allies to worry about that.
Okay.
I will take a running, jump, and flurry of bicycle kicks
5,
at the
10, 20,
yeah,
25, and whoop. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
So one move action.
Yep. So, sorry, you have a 25 or 30-foot move?
I have a 40-foot.
Okay, yeah, so you get to it, because you don't have to be adjacent to this thing, it's considered large creature. You want to use the athletics to try and bowl it over, or you want to start, just eating this thing up and ripping it apart?
Oh, it seems like you said athletics. I'm like, why not? Let's throw an athletics at it.
Okay.
Oh, that is wretched. That is wretched.
Yep.
I rolled a 3. Why does the system hate me?
Yeah, the bush over there shakes and
starting
says...
to think that this post emits an aura of laziness.
All right. All right. I'm going to chop that wood by just punching it. Punch. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Powerful fist. All right, first attack. Oh. Let's go. 27 to hit.
Yes.
All right. Damage. 18.
Okay.
And second attack. 27.
Power fist is how much on the action economy?
Power fist. It's the second one. It's plus 12 to hit.
No, I mean, what is how many? Because you've burned 2 moves already. You're on your 3rd action economy, right?
So a flurry of blows is 2 attacks with 1 action.
Yes, but you also attacked it with athletics, so you're already into the negative. Just so you know.
All right.
So your first.
The knockover was okay.
Yeah, because you're attacking
it.
Right?
Oh, another -4 on top of it because it's an agile.
Right. So your first.
So -8.
Your 20. Your 27 would have been 23.
Yeah, so it'll be negative. Yeah, first one will be.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure that you hit it for the first time.
Yeah, 23 and 19 then.
Right. So 23 is a miss.
All right.
It's 24 you need. And then the second one is 18?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm afraid those are actually 2 misses.
No, 19. But
19.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, just let me find how much damage you do this thing?
18.
Partially resisted. You did 4 the first time.
Yeah,
second
so
time,
I don't know the total.
Okay.
So 4?
Yeah.
So not a lot.
Not a lot. All right.
So,
sorry. So anyway, you get in there, you're wailing away.
Yeah.
Chips of wood and dangly ritual bits are flying everywhere, but
yeah,
having trouble getting to the heart of the matter. Okay.
Can I do nature check on this thing at all?
You can do a recall or an arcane check next round because you are out of action, sir. 1 to get here, 1 to athletics. Here's your flurry, and you're done.
Okay, cool.
Glug glug.
All right, I will hold my weapon aloft.
Okay. Now, if you'd like to attack this thing and chop away, if you move up, you will gain the flanking position.
Do I get 5 feet free?
No.
Okay, then I want all 3 of my actions this round, I think. Because I want to attack twice and I'm going to cast a spell.
Oh.
Ooh.
In what order? Spell first or?
Spell first.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Weapon Surge on myself, which I hold my weapon aloft and say, I'm going to chop you to bits. And then cast Weapon Surge on myself.
Is there a button for it?
100% a He-Man moment right there.
Oh, yeah. Have done so.
Okay. And this will give you an additional 1d6 bludgeoning?
At least 2d6 because it's 1d6 natural, and then because of my weapon type being a striking, it does at least 1 more die, and it's up to 3, but I don't know how I would get the 3rd, Joe. Do you happen to know off the top?
Weapon Surge adds an extra die damage.
Right.
And
what is your weapon?
Striking?
It's a striking cold longsword.
Oh, I thought you had like a greatsword.
Greatsword. Striking cold greatsword.
Your greatsword only does d6 bludgeoning? Because this is what it's saying. It's saying weapon surge, 1d6.
Right. It's actually extra die of damage, and it wasn't thinking my brain was thinking d6 when it's actually just extra die of damage. So by bases, all right. You gain a +1 status bonus to the attack roll, and the weapon deals an additional die of damage. If the weapon has a striking rune, which mine does, that instead increases the number of dice in the striking rune by 1 to a maximum of 3 extra weapon dice.
Okay, so what you want to do is see the modifier box to bottom left?
Right beside the dice.
Very bottom left on Fantasy Grounds. Bottom left, there's like a row of actual virtual dice.
Uh-huh.
If you click in where it says modifier and put +1, you can give it to yourself because we're not sure if Fantasy Grounds will give it to you. You know, you just cast it on yourself. I mean, it should, but...
Okay.
Actually, let's find out if it does. Sorry, before you put that modifier in there. Okay,
let me clear it out.
Yeah, it's cleared out. Okay, sorry. So,
see if I can clear it out. How do I clear it out?
Click on your weapon's first attack. Like, pull up your weapon on your action tab, right? And just double click on the actual little golden dice that's, you know, the biggest plus on your axe or whatever, your sword.
Okay. I got a 28 to hit. That was 16. What was my last time I attacked? I got a +15. So yeah, I got the +1 on it.
Okay.
I put it in.
Sweet. Okay, so now we know. Now, I very quickly targeted you while you were whipping that spell out. It was like, just in time. So let me know when you cast a spell on yourself, because I need to target yourself on the mini. And then, okay, so it does it. Great.
Yeah, well, I have a little button that I think actually self-targeted myself with it.
Okay. So now, just do the damage regular, and we can always add it. So just like...
Well, this actually has a little die for extra damage.
Yeah, I think it calculates it as 1d6 bludgeoning, though, looking at the...
Yeah, so just saying, like, do the weapon damage. It'll be in the box text. They'll say 1d8. Like, there'll be actual text. But if you click on that text that says 1d8 plus whatever, it will roll dice for you.
Right.
Or double click on that actual text box, which is the damage.
All right, so that's the base. And
right, so it gave
here's the spell.
Right.
But it didn't. The spell didn't do anything.
So pick up an actual D12 right out of your raw virtual dice that are on the bottom. Throw it in there, and we'll just add it ourselves.
Oh, I threw 2 because I should get 2 extra at least, right?
Well, what is it by itself? How much damage?
So 20.
No, I mean like your regular longsword does what?
Right, 20 points of damage from.
No, how many dice?
2d12 plus 5
for a longsword.
For a great sword.
Oh, for the great sword. Okay,
yeah.
Sorry, right. Okay, great sword. Okay, right. So that's par. You get 20 points, and then you've given me 2 more d12, and I'm looking at an 8 and a 1. You would just put it all together, right?
Yep, 29, I think.
Okay.
But so you only get 1 extra damage die.
Okay.
So get rid of the last roll. But keep the first one.
Okay. So this all counts together as 28, right?
Pretty gross.
And it all counts on a single hit. Okay. Now, this thing has, what do you call it? Hardness of 14. That's why it dropped your 20 all the way down to 6. Right? So I should just be able to add that 8, because like I said, it's all in one strike. So you've actually done 14 points of damage, not 28, because it has the hardness. But chip it away there, right?
And then I'd like to use my third action to do a second attack. And do I do a second? Yeah.
Okay, so with this, there should be a column, like one over.
Dice, right?
Yeah. And it'll do the penalty where it's -4, -5, probably. Yeah. And
if you're just going to get my finger on that daggone, there we go.
Now, it's quicker just to get into that box and do a quick double click than it is to try and grab the dice and drag it over to the box. It'll go a little faster for you.
21.
Okay. And you swing, and that's a miss. Ooh. Doesn't chip wood as satisfactory as you did last time. And that's you.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Lowbrack. I mean, Bush, formerly known as Blowbrack. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to move up to the totem to give Miros flanking, and then I'm going to try and shove this thing onto him. So another athletics check. Hopefully I can roll higher than a 3.
Okay, so to give Miros flanking, you need to give Miros flanking, you need to be down 1 because you have to go cross-hatch a large creature. So
really?
you need to be here. Like you got to go through its center. You can't just like flank the top half of a large creature. You need to be off axis so it goes through the middle.
Okay, 5, 15, 20, 25. Okay, I still have the move speed.
Yeah, you should be okay. I'm just placing you for your intent. This is where
natural 1 again.
Okay, he comes charging out of the bush, hits it, and again. Pretty sure there's some
in a TV series. It would just play the exact same clip over again.
Yeah.
Budget cuts.
Rewinding the clip
to save on the animation budget. They use the same frames.
They say
we need more patrons at Mongers. Come on, save us for
the definition of expecting a task repeated over and over and over to have different results is insanity. Lowbrack's gone mad. All right, Lowbrack, what else you got for me? You want to get back up? You have third action? No?
Roll into the bushes and hide.
No, he's going to lay on the ground and take stealth like he should have last time. History's repeating itself, right?
Oh my
he
God.
does!
Dice rolls a 1! Oh my gosh! I can't roll twice!
Careful Glug doesn't step on you because you've vanished. And now I'm moving to flanking position, Squish. Right? Because you're in the spot.
Yeah.
You got a Lowbrack skill master stealth. Got a 3? I'm looking at a 3. You're okay. You're fine. Okay, all right.
The dice have not been kind to you.
I know.
In this
encounter.
encounter.
That's why.
Hey, I got this theory. You guys want to test the theory really quick? We got a moment.
Sure.
I'm gonna give Aiden Stefan, and we're gonna ask Aiden to roll athletics checks as if Stefan were, climbing out of the hole, and we'll see if the dice, if it's a Lowbrack thing or if it's an Aiden thing. So take ownership of Steph Oakehart and give me like 3 athletics checks, please.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Just pull them up in the character sheet.
You might have to release Lowbrack temporarily.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean like, no, you should be able to claim more than one guy.
Yeah, you can claim 2.
Yeah. And while he's doing that, it's Niles. Let's talk to Niles.
Oh, sure. All right. What can we do here?
Yeah, just spam away with those rolls there. While Niles is telling us his tactics. Oh, it looks like Niles needs a moment to strategize.
No, there is no strategy here. Oh, look, it's still breathing. Well, it looks like it's breathing. The Drake at my feet.
Yeah.
I will.
Actually, that would take an action for a medicine check if you want to know if it's still alive.
No, I'm going to stick it.
Okay.
If you can target him for me, please.
Yep. Now, it's helpless. Can you coup de grace? Like, do you really need to go through all the...
Why would he do that when he can just roll a critical?
Okay. Jab.
Yep, jab.
Blah. Blah.
Welcome to Deadly Rapier.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's disgusting.
This is a deadly weapon as long as my target is asleep, prone, and
That's
otherwise immobile.
It's the first time I've actually done any damage with
Ooh,
the
look,
rapier.
look, the purple dice of legend has popped up next to the green.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, a rapier does 2d6, which are represented in black. Any critical dice are represented beside it in green. But then, the legendary, what is that, a d8?
Yeah.
D10? D10, yeah, the deadly, like a bow has a deadly condition, rapier has a deadly, right?
See how well I stab helpless things?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I'm funny, like the roll is wasted on it, you know.
I know it is, but it's all right. And now I'll move.
It turns to ash. Where do you want to go? Around the pit, through the snowstorm. Just like make his way through my little diagrams here.
Yep.
Do.
All the way to behind Miros. And that's
I ain't getting beside this thing. Right? It's still active.
Yep.
All
Try
right.
to use cover.
Okay. So getting back to Stefan, how did those rolls work out for you? Don't give me the totals. Give me the actual raw dice rolls, because that's what we're...
The first one wasn't too bad with the 12 and then a 5 and a 4.
Oh, no, okay. I think it's an Aiden thing. For
Enough to incur a bit of fall damage.
Oh. You're so mean. Yes, please. Last episode we were talking about there's special little things that if you listen to all of our shows, me, Ryan, and climbing, we go way back.
In almost every game we've played.
It's always Ryan. What do you mean okay. Well, I think that's worth 12. The new guy falls 20, 30 feet. He's gonna come back. He's like, "Why is my guy all beat up and Niles didn't heal me?" You know?
Climbing to Ryan is like
Climbing is brutal, man.
X. Always comes back to bite you in the ass.
Always out. Okay.
The cliffs of insanity.
No kidding. Niles, you're done?
Yep.
It's time for Mr. Trap. Oh, look at this. The head's rotating. And I make a perception check because I got to make sure friends and not foes. Foes before what rhymes with foes. Never mind. What? No.
Bros.
Bros.
Yeah.
Bros before. Okay. What was it? Oh, it was 16. I remember now. I don't know why it doesn't have it on its actual sheet though. Fire when ready. Choo. Into the box. And a 34. What was your stealth there, buddy?
21.
Okay. Now, I'm a trap, I'm a robot, okay? It's going to start with the closest thing. So it's really going to come down to you, Miros, or Glug Glug. However, it could just shoot randomly, okay? I don't think I'm smart enough that things are, like, attacking, like, it won't react. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't care that two of you are damaging me and two of you are just making fools of yourselves. Because we'll just lump something on the Niles who just got here. So I'm thinking it's more of a distance thing, and it's like, it's like undead. It doesn't care that Miros and Glug Glug are hitting it. It just cares that I'm going to shoot the closest thing until it stops moving. So with it down to you and Miros, let's test Aiden's theory about dice hating him. Aiden, odd or even? Odd or even? Odd or even, Aiden?
Even.
Okay. Or you know what I should say? I should say high or low.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Gives him an extra advantage in this one.
All right. Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I guess, shouldn't you pick low though, Aiden? Yeah,
Low,
like-
it shoots me. High, it shoots Miros.
Yeah. Okay. I'll even let you roll the dice. Pick any dice you want, and we'll just cut it in half, right? Like any dice
Do
you
the
want.
20. Do the 20.
Yeah, 10? Yeah, really, it's the one that's cursing you. Roll us a d20 there. Try to get 11 or higher.
He's gonna hit the nat 20 right now.
He's gonna hit 10 on the nose.
I can see it coming.
I rolled it, but it didn't count, so I'm gonna roll it again.
Get in there. Get in there. We must have
I don't know why it isn't.
the
Drag it
suspense.
into the window.
Yeah, suspense.
Next to chat window.
I was.
Take control of your character again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this is a raw dice roll. Yeah.
I know, I'm trying. Oh, okay. Well, 16.
Hey! The curse is broken. It blasts Miros.
To be fair, on my screen, it was a 4 and a 7 first. I don't let it pop up in the chat. So up to you on that one.
Well, you know, I don't, no, I see a 16. Yep. It's Captain Climb. Sorry, Ryan.
Nah.
Whoosh. But secretly, if you think about it, he's probably better off resisting poisons than you, so. Anyway, here's the thing. It's a line. It's actually him and Niles. It's more of a, like, it's the both of you, because it shoots a line, right? It's like everybody in the... So, yeah, it shoots a straight beam, straight out. I need reflex from both of you. Poor Niles. You suffered enough.
All right.
Reflex of... Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. You want to be really fun? Do you guys trust fantasy rounds?
No.
Well, we have to roll with it anyway, so it does, you know.
Well, first I got to hit you, right? Ooh, natural 1. Track, I-beam, attack, Niles, 22. Attack, I-beam, Muros, critical miss.
The curse of the dice has been passed on.
Yes.
Karma.
Weird.
I'm wondering why it does, like, because usually it's one or the other, attack roll or a saving throw. These actually have both. they really want you to be, maybe because they're so nasty.
Kid's like, you all suck.
Yeah, they have plus 20, so...
Yeah, I know, but hey, I rolled a 1. A 1 is a 1, right? So, Miros, right? He's trying to hug it. He's like under the head, and it just goes over top of him and hits Niles in the face. So I don't even hit Miros, so he doesn't even have to roll. But Niles, I need a reflex save.
You didn't even hit me.
You didn't hit Niles either.
I hit Niles with a 22.
No,
it
you
missed
didn't.
you. Oh,
Yes.
oh. I rolled a 1 and a 2 for Niles. I am cursed. Damn it, Aiden. That's what I get for screwing with you.
Niles comes up behind Maros, and Maros is in the middle of like some like flaily moments. Hey, he comes like, hey, Maros.
How's it going?
Yeah, Miros reaches out with a toe and just grabs him by the collar and yanks his head down, so they both get missed. No, well, misses a miss.
Jackie Chan styles. I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah. Just grabs his collar with the prehensile toes, and yank, like just pulls him down violently, so it goes over his head. And you don't want to see this. Cool. That's you don't see that every day. You know, that's kind of cool. Al.
I'm gonna try to dispel it. The magic upon it.
Dispel the magic upon me. It's 4th level counteract at 22 DC. But I think we were doing it wrong. It's not just a magic check. You had to do something else, don't you?
I think I have to hit it. Do I not? Maybe not.
No, you need to be able to counteract 4th level magic. Are you high enough level for that, Joe? We went through this before and we'd screwed up really badly. Okay.
Check Discord.
Look up Dispel Magic. What's the range? Do you need to get closer?
No, I'm in range. 120 feet.
Okay. So, and you can just drop a target. It doesn't have to be a radius, right? So you see it, you drop it as a target. Okay, so we're that. When you Dispel Magic to counteract, it says 4th level counteract DC 22. So you got to counteract 4th level magic. What that means, we got to do counteracting, and the DC is 22. Is there any kind of button besides Dispel Magic to gives you like a roll, proficiency roll or anything we can play with?
I am checking.
Because you're targeting.
Yeah, I have to do. I have to roll my Arcana, I think, versus the DC.
Okay.
I think.
Well, is there anything in the spell? Or you hit the actual spell description?
Okay, so if an effect is a spell, its level is the counteract level. Otherwise, half its level will round up to determine the counteract level. So, but you have that listed.
It says 4th level, but you have to be a certain level caster or something to be able to, right?
Yeah, well, I'm a 4th level caster. I think.
You're a 7th level caster.
Totally am a 4th level caster.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a 7th level caster, but I have access to 4th level spells.
Okay. Just in case. I still think we're getting this wrong, but continue. We'll get her done. All right.
So add the relevant skill modifier or other appropriate modifier to your check against the target's DC. If you're counteracting an affliction, DC is the affliction stat block. If it's a spell, use the caster's DC.
Sorry, what did you add against the kid? It actually said versus DC. What was those words?
So I have to do the relevant skill modifier, which would be Arcana.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Now we were doing something else, and we were pulling out. What was it? You were pulling out all kinds of spell arcane last time, and it wasn't. It had something to do with proficiency, and luckily the numbers actually lined up. So we're like, cool. We don't have to take back anything, but we actually went around.
Well, yeah, my spellcasting DC and my Arcana are going to align the whole way up. So 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
All right. Okay.
So 21.
Go.
Versus the DC.
You need 22. Would you like to spend your hero point, re-roll, and shut this thing down?
Re-roll? No, I'm not going to spend my hero point. I am not a fool.
Well, I haven't replenished your hero points in several episodes, so when we get to the end of this episode,
if we get to the end,
that's the big thing.
Wait, we didn't replenish hero points.
We did not.
I didn't have one to re-roll that went to the natural one. Technically,
you screwed up before, though, didn't you? It's a session, not episode. Like a session is 4 hours, which takes us like 2 weeks to get to because we do like a double header, and then you know what I mean.
The way you made it sounded like we had re-upped our hero points, so that's why I re-rolled.
I guess
3 to 1. I don't care.
The other way,
I figured I'd just call it out for the audience.
There is something else we can do. Like we never seem to get the 3 hero points. We never play long enough where you guys do anything heroic, and you can get up to 3 hero points. You guys always seem to have 1, so it's kind of like, we just re-up 1 per episode, and at least it's kind of on par as if somebody had gotten up to 3 for, you know what I'm saying?
You can it's unlimited for your hero points.
Thought it was up to 3.
That's focus spells for your focus pool. Hero points can go up to.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
But they end at the session, then you get your fresh 1.
Nope. You can use a hero point to re-roll a roll, or use all of them to save yourself from dying.
But when gaming night is done, and you go away and you come back next Sunday, everybody restarts with a single hero point.
You're thinking of different game system.
I'm thinking of this one.
Yeah, and
was there a misprint? Like I read it a year or 2 years ago.
They stack. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
I don't think your hero points go away.
It's just
you get a hero point per session.
If you want to save yourself from dying, you spend all of your hero points.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. You unloaded your hero points to save yourself.
So if you have 50 saved,
it's like flush the system to save. It's like, yes, I flushed the system.
All right, Aiden, I'll let you keep it because I know we've been pretty shallow with the hero point. You know what I mean? Like anyone listening to the last 10 episodes, it's not like I've been giving them out a lot, and you guys have been you've been clinging. Like I've got all these lovely hero point cards that I'm trying to figure out get you guys to use, and no one uses them because they're all deathly afraid to spend your 1 hero point. So
because you're not giving your hero points.
No, I have. Like we even talked about you guys starting a session with 2 hero points just to spend the thing. You guys are like, no, they don't say anything. We'll figure something out. Or no, I think we're getting like patrons giving out these cards, but you got to remember them in the moment, and we'll try to lean into this more. But for now, Aiden, I'm not overly worried about it because, like I said, I don't say we've been stingy, but it's just been pretty flat. Hero point. Cling to it for. Well, would it dramatically change?
I mean, it
would have stopped you from being prone.
Well, no. So what happened was I rolled for a save and I got a 3. And so I used a hero point that I thought I had to re-roll, and I rolled the nat 1, which meant I took the double damage or whatever.
No, you didn't. Sorry, you didn't, because this was the one pillar that didn't actually have the crit.
Yeah, so
it didn't actually change
it didn't affect anything. Okay, so we're good.
I figured I'd call it out at least for the audience.
I appreciate your,
All right, so for my last action, I'm just going to fire off a single shot of magic missile, single action, just to throw something at it. I don't know if magic damage will bypass its.
So dispel, fail, and then you have a single action spell left, and you throw a missile at it.
Yeah, I'm just going to chuck a missile at it.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll resist it or it's resisting it. Okay.
Yeah. Bing. You make the head spin like a bell, like the skull head goes around and. I felt that. I'll target you.
I had to see. I didn't know. Maybe force bypassed it or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny because you'd expect all this experimentation on the first one. You guys have just been like fluking all the. Oh, look, we've
we really did smash through. I think the first one maybe gave us a bit of trouble, but after that, everyone we've encountered, it's been like, haha, punt.
Oh, well, you got Oakenheart, right? He falls down a well, he falls down a hole, but he fell on top of a post and knocked it over, so he's still kind of valuable. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Oakenheart, he gets himself back up, starts climbing again. Miros, you're up.
Yeah.
Look like you're on deck.
Long gone are the days where you can spend a hero point to give yourself like a +20 on a skill check, are they?
Yeah, but you know what? If you'd like to spend your hero point, I got these awesome cards that do some awesome crap. And I'm pretty sure I kept some... let's see. Interact, end of your turn. Play magic item. Anyway, talk about what you want to do.
Alright, I was going to do the spit, grit the hands. Kind of look at this and be like, oh, this thing's going to go down. This is going to go down. And engage the chest hairs. That was the problem the last time.
Okay, here we go. Now, you're supposed to draw these randomly. And you're supposed to get a couple. But a lot of the stuff, like, it may not even affect your character. Like, activate this item, activate the spell. And it's like, what's a monk going to do with that?
Right.
And because you guys aren't at my table physically, where we can, like, look at the cards, like, this is where this is kind of crumbled, right? So what I had done was I'd gone through and like, oh, Miros can use this, Miros can use this, Miros can use this, but without telling you, that's the random. Okay, I have some stuff that'll help you a lot. Do you want to burn that precious hero point?
Sure.
And be vulnerable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so what did you just do? What did you just...
I engaged the chest hairs and I was going to make another athletics attempt to try to grapple this thing and just caber toss it like out of the ground.
Okay, so give us the athletics.
All right. Dukin. Ooh, 33.
Oh. Yeah, he does. And where do you throw it? Just to the other side?
There's a hole.
Well, I mean, like you just hang on.
Sorry, instinct says.
No, I did that. That's like over your head, like 40 feet behind you. That's a bit much.
No, that's totally within range. I have feet.
Caber toss is forward.
Yes!
Can I have a perception check for you to see the goblin hiding? You know, so you don't drop a log on him.
Yeah, okay.
As long as someone gets punished, right? See, Ryan's down.
All right, 29.
Okay, so you start pulling. It starts leaning forward. It starts leaning towards the goblin. Oh no! You take a step forward to reverse and throw it over your head, but you could hit, like, if you don't get it clear. Can you throw this thing, like, we're talking 5,
I have
10,
so many feats to say that yes.
25, 30. You got to throw this thing 40 feet.
Easy 30.
What are these feats?
Oh, I have whirling throw and Titan grasp.
Okay. Would you really throw down the hole knowing your cousin's down there? Because you walked around the pit and he's like, I'm okay.
Wait, I have a cousin down the hole?
Yeah. Oakenheart's down the hole.
Stebbin's action or turn went before Miro, so he might have been able to crawl out.
Well, I had him basically. He fell in. He took a shot. He helped. He fell in. Then he got up and searched for a way up. Then he climbed.
Or is this like a ladder for him to get out?
Here you go, cousin. Yeah. Oh, so it's one of those unapologetic. Maybe it'll hit you, but here's a way out.
It won't hit him.
Well, you could just yell, "Incoming, cousin."
And there you go. Incoming, cousin.
So tell me about these feats where you can
throwing
throw.
His cousin?
You can throw. No, he's going to throw a very heavy magical post.
Well, there's a whirling throw, right?
Well, let's hear it. Can you throw a large creature? That's the thing.
Yeah, I can throw anything I can grab.
Oh, let's hear it.
Sorry, I was just trying to Titan Wild.
Oh, I got feats. I got feats for days. Well, let's hear it.
No, I whirling throw. All right, here it's. Oh, there it is. All right, whirling throw. It's a level 6 monk feat. Okay. You propel your grab or restrain foe a great distance. You can throw a creature any distance up to 10 feet plus 5 feet times your strength modifier. If you successfully throw the creature, it takes bludgeoning damage equal to your strength modifier.
Okay, stop there. Okay, so what's your strength modifier?
4.
So 5,
yes, plus 4. No, plus 4.
10, right? And then 5 feet per modifier is another 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So that gets us our 40 feet that you wanted. Okay.
Well, that's 30. Because it's,
Well, it said 10 plus, didn't it?
10 plus 5 times.
Yeah, so that's 20 feet plus the original 10 is like
30.
Oh, sorry, 30 feet. Okay, so 5, 10, 20,
close,
25, 30. It's okay. Anyway, okay, so you can check it.
Oh, from my position, it's 5, 10, 15. Oh, that's totally within range.
Well, you've reached forward and grabbed it, so it is where it was.
It's a cable toss. Just grab it, just
yeah.
like
I got you.
Straight
behind you, right? Okay, so, but can you grab? It says a creature, like is there anything?
How big is it?
It's large.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. Yeah, I heard that before, and then you start. Oh, the feet.
No, well,
that's what she said.
No. So grabbing you only grab one thing, one size category larger than you.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Titan Wrestler, you can attempt to disarm, grapple, shove.
Okay, so and the feet
or trip creatures up to 2 size categories larger than you.
Right.
Or 3 size is larger than you if you're legendary in athletics.
But the feat that you're currently using says what? Any grabbed creature, anything you already have successfully athletics, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other feat occurs aside. So yeah, incoming. So he chucks this thing down the hole. Impaled by post.
And it takes damage too from the big throw.
Well,
that's kind of a cool feat, man.
Well, falling damage is always a thing, and it does take damage directly from this feat, which is
it's magically immune. Plus, it has a hardness of 14, so like 6 and 6, it could fall 20 feet and not even take any damage because that's only 12 points, right?
Right.
So he chucked it 40 feet. It'll get beat up a bit. I'm more worried about the dude in the hole.
It's in a hole now, guys.
Yeah, right down on top of Steph. Okay. So taking us out of, Stefan has been defeated, imprisoned for eternity, and the battle is won. And, okay.
So if we're out of combat, can I take 10 on my Dispel Magic?
Well,
he's an automatic 23. I guess he disabled it, right?
Yeah, you want to waste the spell for the day, dude? No. Ripping out of the ground just shuts this thing down, right? It's magic that's ritualized. It has something to do with location. Plus, he's pulled its roots, right? So
yeah, I made it so it's not going to shoot us in the face anymore. That's what I did.
Yeah, and then he threw it on his cousin. Obviously, not his favorite cousin. Stefan's in the hole. You chucked a large object into a large hole. So guess what?
Is it a perfect fit?
No.
Was this whole design?
The innuendo right now is just so insane.
Okay, it's either going to clearly miss him, or like you said, he has to jump out of the way and fall down the hole with it, right? So, boys are going to be pissed at you. Hilarious, though. I'm totally down for this. That's what he gets for not showing up. Notice he always misses the combat ones. He shows up for the role playing ones.
Well, we can blame. Well, Aiden kept him in the hole. If we want to be fair about this.
Blame Aiden.
Whoa! Someone asked you to roll for him.
All right.
I mean,
nobody keeps stepping in a hole.
You can't control the dice. Don't blame me.
With shall we say, with Stefan being left to his own devices, with Al coming forward to join the party, we have someone we haven't seen in a while. We have the half-orc champion from the far-off encampment that we have yet to go to.
I take the head out of my sack.
What?
Okay.
Well, now.
Look, do you recognize this?
So, not even a hello or thanks for helping. Right? Like, you're dusting yourself off, looking around.
Thank him for what?
Grinning. He chopped the stick, kind of thing.
Didn't see it happen.
Oy.
Glug, the dwarven sorcerer approaches you with a bloody bag and pulls out the actual head of your foe that your party has been hunting. The demonic fae, this jackal, double-headed Moagi human that is a terrible creature, and you guys have been hunting it, and he has its head. This is cause for celebration.
Crap. That's amazing. You got it.
Yeah, you want to show him your head? He reaches in a bag and he pulls out the head of your female elven ranger friend.
I do. I do not.
I was returning this. She didn't work out. The party didn't.
I think my heroic champion stuff would go like completely null and void if I did something like that.
It wasn't your fault. You were sleeping. The half.
Oh no, but I'm just carrying the head around.
That's all that was left of the body. You were returning the remains championly.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm doing a civic duty. Yeah. I should look much more solemn. Here you go.
Am I bitter that Sam and Spiegler haven't showed up in a while? No.
Oops, wrong head. Reaches back into the sack.
Oh yeah, you guys get like a little bit of brown hair and the pointed ear. Is that? No. Stuff.
Not the wolf's head.
Yeah, no. Oh look.
What? Oh, this is just my sack of heads.
Just carry this around for religious purposes.
It's
I'm
a
just
dumb
trying to return
trespassers.
them all to their people.
Glug Glug, this is cause to rejoice. Your party several hexes away are going to want to see this proof, and you guys can get the hell out of this because you guys are still in UKJ territory, and you're not welcome here. Yeah.
Yeah. This is great that you've accomplished this as we told you before. Whew. You didn't tell the elves about us, did you?
Did we tell the elves about him?
No. What?
I don't think we did.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No. As you well know, what happens in the Milwaukee stays in the Milwaukee.
Well, I appreciate that.
So what do you guys want to do now? It's been a long day. You guys want to camp and have Glug Glug and tell the tale, like we're gonna eat some
green
drake with each other.
Green Drake steaks for dinner and
Green Drake steak. I will eat green eggs on them.
It's delicious.
Is there anything of value we can pull off these things? There's got to be like
Ales or something.
Spreading out and searching. Where's our treasure? Damn it! Well, it's nice to see you, Glug Glug. But hang on, first things first, right?
Yeah, it's priorities. And then I'll cast Cozy Cabin.
Just because there is a trap, humanoid made trap. Drakes do not make traps. I can guess that. We can sit here and talk about it. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it didn't attack the drakes.
No.
Right, let me take a look at these drakes here. I'm really curious about these things.
They're not dragons. They have elongated serpentine-like necks. Hang on, I'll show you. Here we go. Ta-da! You guys seeing this?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Those are neat.
And they've got the little fins on the side of the head, like that agitated Jurassic Park thing that spit.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Nimbus.
Yeah, definitely jumping around tree to tree like.
I had so many abilities that I did not get a chance to use on you guys. These things spit acid. They have all this stuff, but I needed those two abilities, and they kept positioning themselves, right? And it's like, see how he's clinging to the tree with his like foreclaws, right? So yeah.
Very cool looking creature, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, this is something I don't like to do. I like to get in the head of the creature, and it's like, instead of using its best attack or its whatever, it's an animal. It has cunning, it has tactics, but it reacts. You know what I mean? Like, it had you, it could have ran off, but I was getting pummeled from all around, and it's like, I could also held you and just tried to sting Buddy. But I think when I was so low on hit points, it just went into its frenzy. So I actually dropped you and just unloaded on Muros, who actually took it. Like, you know, the type of thing, because there's a lot of... it's interesting to hear from Age of Ashes, and the DMs are like, oh, we did this, there was a TPK, and it was like, yeah, but it's not really cool for DM just to textbook go, and the monster survives until it gets to unload his entire repertoire and make you work for it. Like, if you guys get, if you guys get lucky...
no one gets to unload their whole repertoire.
Or in Aiden's case, who just kept flailing at this, like, unlucky, you know?
Well, remember, we all have a final form that we haven't unleashed at this point.
That's true, but I like this fight. I read this fight, and I'm like, damn, this is what Joe is talking about. This has got to be one of the TPKs. I texted him months ago when I found the TPK, and he's like, is it the mine? I hear the mine is deadly. Where's the mine? I'm like, I'm not telling you where the mine is. Avoid the mine. No, he didn't ask where it was.
I was fishing.
No, he didn't know. Just kidding. So treasure, right? Yeah, let's all go to the jungle.
Are Drake's loot hoarders like dragons? Is that something they share with their cousins? Are we going to find a pile of gold?
Does anybody need any healing?
Just a hand from the goblin that's still prone just goes up.
I can
Just grunts.
I can lay hands on him.
The magic hands usually come with a dinner, or Lobrak looks up at you with a twinkle in his eye. What's your sign? Something's going down. So you guys search the area. Can I have perception checks in the tower, please?
Certainly.
Who's our lucky winner?
So much crap on you.
25.
In the tower.
In the tower.
All right. Then that doesn't count.
In the secret tower. No, you can have it.
No, it's in the tower.
Okay. All of you hit the DC, so I'm going to go with the best, the guy that got the highest DC, let's say, found it first. Okay. You're not the first creature that come through here. There is what looks to be like a ripped apart rucksack, and it's really old. Okay. There's a bogard. Remember the Muppet thing? And the chakra, the rainbow butt monkey, right? So you find this rucksack, and there's something like, it looks like droplets on it. And then you look up, and hanging in the trees are two bodies that these things have grabbed and hung, and you know what I mean?
Doing the old predator thing to it?
Yep. Well, basically, but not hanging it to like bleed out. It's just, they like the trees, so they take dinner up to the tree with them, right? I'll eat one and just hang this on a branch for later, so it won't fall. It's not really like a,
like a panther.
But I kind of like that scene. You get that drip, drip, drip. You find the bag, and then you look up, and in this one particular tree, Al will say it's in the back here, like in between their trees. Down here, maybe where no one's been, right? I don't say Little Brack going, I snuck under that. But oh, look, another bloody bag, Little Brack. Nope, not touching it. Keep sneaking. Right?
Oh, I left that.
Yeah. So, yeah. You find the bag, and it's empty, but there's gear. Okay, look through the gear, really old or whatever, but it does not look like the bodies have been ripped apart or eaten, or you know what I mean. Like one's still clinging to a weapon. There's like a weapon on its back in its holster, like you know what I mean.
I'll do the detect magic ping.
Okay, ping. Yes, there is magic up there.
Oh, Muros, come here for a second, lad.
Ah, my back.
Quit your belly aching. You'll be fine. Niles is here. Don't worry about it. Can you just do me a quick favor?
Hey, what's it?
Scurry your way up that tree and grab those two bodies out. At the very least, we can give them a proper burial. But here, I'll aid you in that, and I'll give them the climb speed. I'll cast the spider climb.
You go up there, Miros?
Yep.
You find a Bogart body. Its torso is completely intact, but its head and its legs have been ripped off. It just its arms and its armor remain. That's what your ping is there, Matt. The other body, you bring it down, and there is that sort of utility pouch, and one of the pouches hasn't fallen open or spilled out or whatever. There's little I wouldn't say vials, but like little tiny clay jars, like, something that would hold something in it, like a powder horn or that kind of thing. Anyway, okay. you guys want to look these over? Everyone give us your best skill in the tower. So nature for Miros, and what do you got there? Glug. Religion, tactics. You got a really good skill.
Religion. I'm gonna
okay. Yeah. Sure.
All right, all those dice go.
So without revealing what they need, because if I say, oh, you failed your society check, they'll carry it and they'll be like, well, let's go talk to Bob. It's totally legal in the game to pay someone for society check, but it's like, how would you know what to go for? So I like the tower in this instance because it's like, here's blind rolls and I'm thinking of what it needs, and it's like, all right, Now, for Al, you know there's magic, and you can home right in on the armor. So that's kind of a given.
Yep.
So if you want to just... Well, how do we spellcraft again? Man, it's been so long.
Arcana.
Okay.
Or crafting. You can do to identify stuff. It can go off of.
Yeah. Who's our?
For me, they're the same modifiers.
Ryan's our crafter, right? Like not just nature, Ryan. You want to throw
I'm
in
a
some
crafter too.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all crafters.
Well, just saying, like it doesn't have to be your best one skill. If you guys have got like decent skills,
like I think I actually have the ability, if I have the financing to do it, to create Ryan's slippers of spider climb. I think I have the level and ability to do it. It's just the money.
Ooh.
And he's got like the kung fu slippers from the movies, right? You make them look like kung fu slippers. Wah!
And so far, all of our finances have pretty much gone into the keep.
As they should.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fine balance between being ready yourself and being ready for what's coming in the future. Because, house renovations are expensive, but worth it.
Exactly.
You can get the house built before the market goes up. You don't spend it.
Yep.
Just saying. So, what do we got here? Lobrak, society, religions, natures. It is Albric. Identifying ourselves with +1 resilient leather armor. If you guys want to look that up and tell me what that does. And it is Miros, who finds 3 doses of giant wasp venom in little preservative clay jars with his nature check. Now, this is like, we bring down the bodies, everyone just jumps on them like kids on a piñata, just glug staying there going, well, this doesn't seem very religious. And then, we have the one thing, and the other guy, that's how I picture you guys. Like, just everybody gloms on there.
Pretty nice.
So what do you got?
+1 item bonus to saving throws. That's pretty sweet.
Who's got the shittiest saving throws? Who would like to wear leather armor? Because your AC might go down, right? Does anybody wear leather already? Because I give up my chainmail for +1 resistant. Yeah, but if you get hit more, your saving throws aren't going to do shit.
Leather's medium, correct?
No, it's light, isn't it?
It is light armor.
Do I have proficiency? I don't have any armor.
AC bonus. Okay, so it gives AC bonus of +1.
I don't know if I'm proficient.
It has a -1 check penalty. You need strength of 10 to wield it proficiently. Mix of flexible +1 resistant armor, +1 proficiency rune, item bonus to saves. Yeah.
But you can always transfer the rune.
Can you?
Yep.
Transfer the resilience?
It's $500. You could just sell it and buy slippers.
Transfer it.
Okay. Okay.
Same with the +1.
So who has all the carrying capability? Because leather is probably like a...
I do with a bag of holding.
Okay. Can you guys go into the party sheet and take it out?
Sure.
Because there's 2 elixirs of life lesser sitting here on the party sheet, and I don't know if those were like we never got them to the right character because they are from Matt or you guys found them. And then we have the giant wasp venom, which you could coat weapons with, right?
So back into the day when we were always identifying potions, just be tried and true. It's poison.
Yeah. It's good though. It's if they fail a DC 25 fortitude, it's not shabby. This thing runs for 6 rounds. Stage 1, 2d6. Stage 2, 3d6. Stage 4, 46. Like, this is no joke. You put it on an injury weapon, so like something that's like you can't really smear it on your hands, dude. You kind of need a piercing weapon, but he puts it on his beard, and it's like hot sauce for my steak. But
I just bite the glass.
Do you guys want to? There's 3 doses. You want to spread this out, or you want to give it to one character that can actually have?
Lobrak wants that, doesn't he?
Lobrak uses fists most of the time now, don't you?
Yeah.
Lobrak has daggers too, though.
Well, think of it tactically. Who has time to hang back and coat a weapon? Niles and Lobrak. Niles' rapier of inefficiency could go well with Niles. Just saying.
Rapier of inefficiency.
You coat that rapier, Niles. He's like, I hit you for a D6. Now eat poison, right? I learned this from a Drake. Stinger, 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 right? And then we have, of course, our rogue who, at the last minute pulls a dagger. It's not for the dagger damage. It's for the poison, and right?
Yeah, I'd say no for me.
Okay. Just off the top of my head tactically, right?
No, might as well give it to me. If
Huh?
nothing else, I'll end up accidentally drinking it, and
That'll be a fun story at the very least.
Yeah, it shouldn't be in the hands of a dwarf. Bad things will happen.
And that's
Oh,
how
it's fine. How do you think I found out it was poison?
Well, if you run short on
Poison.
rations,
Yeah,
Very bad.
his head swells up, and he basically swells into that skull antler thing he wears, and now they are one. And that's how I permanently grafted antlers to my head, because I have this tumor. Right to venom. Now I have a goring attack. Look at that, eh? Oh my god, you could like coat the antlers and charge somebody. That's a low brack move.
don't give me ideas.
Sorry, man, that's pretty
He would
good.
dangle the vials from the antler so that when he stabs, they would break and then the poison would seep.
Cuts the tips off and like hollows them out, puts the poison in it, and then like screws them
like
back on.
the Grinch's dog with the one antler tied to his
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
Balls in it.
Yeah. What was that dog's name? Lowbrack? All right. So
Yes, totally was.
okay, so
Um,
if you
but-
guys are cool, just Aiden grab those out of the party sheet. Put
Yep,
them on your character.
and then you chuck the armor in the bag of holding if nobody can use it. We'll either sell or whatever.
Charity or whatever.
All
Yes.
right.
We can transfer
And then
the runes to your clothes if you want.
welcome to Chez Albrecht.
How big is this? 20 feet? How big is your cabin?
Yes, it is 20 feet.
It's cozy cabin time. It's cozy cabin
And
time.
I will also cast the alarm spell.
Oh, yeah. No, that was cool. You actually, it's your DC. Like, we can make stealth checks and beat the DC of the alarm and sneak up on you. I was listening back to an old episode, and you were just
Yeah.
like, we were so busy with something else, and I'm like, alarm, and you just prattled it off, and it's like, it's not an automatic, like, step in, it goes off.
Only
get-
if they're aware of the spell, though. They have to be aware that alarm was casted.
So if someone was just using stealth to sneak up on the cabin, read the spell?
So, you warn an area to alert you when creatures enter without your permission. When you cast alarm, select a password. Whenever a small or larger corporeal creature enters the spell area without speaking the password, alarm sends your choice of a mental alert, in which case the spell gains a mental trait, or an audible alarm with the sound and volume of a handbell, in which case the gains the auditory trait. Either option automatically awakens you, and the bell allows each creature in the area to attempt a DC perception check to wake up. A creature aware of the alarm must succeed at a stealth check against the spell's DC or trigger the spell when moving into the area.
Oh, neat. Okay. So there's a slight chance, but not exactly. All right. Okay. So, you guys want to call it a night? Sleep, restore. You guys want to do healing now? Dump all that? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah,
Do you invite the
heal
poor
up.
half orc in? He's too polite just to walk in there.
Of course, of course.
I'm happy
Yeah.
to sleep on the roof and keep watching.
Steppin's not allowed.
He's still in the hole. You get yourself in, cousin. You get yourself
Pinned
out.
by this post.
Yeah.
Guys.
You guys imagine that? Like that's dwarven prank. Like we're on a quest, but it's like, oh, you got yourself in it, you got yourself out. That's like just dwarven humor. It's like, dude, we're on a mission. It's very yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Just fucking leave him.
What does his cot look like? I know it's regenerated every day, but I figure you still have like cots
Well-
in the room. What's his cot look like?
Yeah, like does it actually come with furniture?
Yep.
Does this thing generate for? Yeah, it's like bunk beds. It just kind of like makes.
Yep.
They're generic.
So it let me see. It does have a spiel. 3 cots, a chamber pot, and a small fireplace holding a magical fire. The interior is lit with magical light that you can extinguish at will using a single action, which has a concentrate trait. Climate inside the hut is comfortable and allows creatures inside to withstand most hostile weather conditions, aside from incredible heat or cold, powerful storms, and winds of hurricane force or greater. Other
I'll
creatures
sleep
can
on
freely
the
enter and
floor.
exit the hut without damaging it, but if you exit the hut, the spell ends. You can dismiss the spell. So I'm a shut-in.
Well, I'm happy to sleep on the floor. Thank you very, very kindly. I don't get to sleep under a shelter very often in this jungle.
But there's bunks available for you if you want.
There's 3 cots.
Right,
So
there's 5
I
of us,
claim
so-
one.
And I'm happy to sleep on the floor.
Okay.
I'm going to dedicate one for Niles too, because he's another person who needs that good night's rest.
Yeah, being fatigued sucks.
Yeah. Miro sleeps on a cot, and Lobrak just curls up on his beard.
Chest hair.
Yeah. It's like
He
a
does the
mossy
whole
bed.
like you ever see a dog
Yeah, like
making the spot comfortable, like pushing the stuff out of the way. He does that on Miros' chest hair every night.
It's not weird or uncomfortable because it's an apprentice thing, you know. He's his apprentice now. Must be he's like trying to soak up, you know, through osmosis.
No.
Miro has night terrors. He just throws me across the room.
No. One night, Elric needs to wake up Murrow, so he's like, hey, Murdos! And all of a sudden, like, there's a goblin with sneak attacks out from the beard. No one sees it coming.
So check out these effects, Doug. Suddenly it's nighttime. Ooh, yeah. The middle of the night. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, we set watches. Nope, y'all went to sleep. No, seriously. What are we doing for healing before we all crash? Some of you guys are still wounded.
No, not for focus casting.
I'll just heal whoever is injured.
I got a couple of nicks there, Niles. If you don't mind taking a look at them,
It's got 77 points.
Should you be able to see this? I think no.
Fine. Oh no! Oh no!
Okay,
that's not right.
Yeah, Lobrak has just like a burning hole in his chest as well.
Yeah, like Lobrak and him are like they take off the shirt corner and they're like they're what is it, the clavicle or whatever, all bones are sticking out in the wrong angle and stuff from like all kinds of damage from like trying to shoulder that post. They've knocked his shoulder out. They're like they're doing
it's like an action figure got taken apart and put back together backwards.
Lethal Weapon where he pops his shoulder on the wall. Like you guys are like passing the straitjacket back and forth. Check this out. It could be a training moment. All right, so what do you got for healing there?
I'll do some medicine checks first. So
right.
Treat wounds.
Yeah.
I'll do Miros first. I'll go with the DC of 15.
Okay. Now you have that, was it a 10-minute spread or an hour spread?
It's 10-minute spread because all the extra feats.
So it sounds like basically you could just take 2 hours and heal everybody up, right?
Pretty much. Like, I can't fail. I can't crit fail anyways.
Okay.
And if I do it before rest, then they gain 2 times the amount.
Okay.
Of
and
whatever I roll.
if you fail, they take damage, but you can get it back in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, Glug, will you turn yourself over to their surgeon, or you have some self-healing? What do you want to do? You have 5 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm 5 points of damage. I don't know how much you get just for sleeping for a night.
Your character level.
Yeah, so you could just
then I don't actually need to do anything. I'll hang on to my focus spells.
Okay.
In case we get attacked during the night.
Character level plus con. Sorry.
Okay. Then I should be fine.
Okay. It was twilight. We had a battle. Excuse me. Now, not trying to surprise you, not trying to or give you the benefit of like healing, but Niles goes to work right away. So by the time it's dark, he's working on you, and by the time it's like dead of the night, you guys are healed up, except for those that are taking the full rest, which are Glug and Al. Were you just going to sleep off the one wound, or?
Yep.
Okay.
For sure.
But everybody else was getting surgery and is okay.
That's next level.
Did anybody bother retrieving Steppen, or is he out there learning his lesson?
Learning his lesson.
Okay.
He doesn't need retrieving. He can get a hold, can't he?
You gave him a post.
He's got that post. He's hiding
They're
under the
all long
post.
shanks. It's fine. We lost one, we gained one. It's net even.
All non-goblins look alike, right, Lubrak?
Exactly. One's a little taller, a little greener. I actually like him better.
Yeah, there you go. Lobrak's so happy there's another green guy in the party all of a sudden. Dwarf who? Extra dwarf who? A cameo what?
Crooked ear buddies got to stick together.
Well, Steppen spends as much time out of the party scouting adjacent hexes as he does in.
Well,
so it's like,
the last time we did Cozy Cabin, he sat up top.
So you leave them a note that just points up, like you get yourself up, you know where you're supposed to be.
You know did you use the same password as last time so that he knows?
No, it's the not Stefan's club.
Is and will always be shenanigans.
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 I don't know.
This is password's password, right? Password.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Doug. Is like, yeah, this is Stefan. He's like, password's password, right? But you just said password, cousin. No, what is the password? Yeah, I know. You just said password. It's password. What? No.
Albrecht gets woken up. Are you doing the bell? Are we all getting woke up?
Yeah, it's the bell.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay. In the middle of the night. What kind of radius does this have?
20 feet around the object.
Okay, but it's like an object, not a cabin. You could like cast it on the door and it'd be 20 feet out in front of the door, or single object. I don't think you can denote the cabin as your object and get 20 feet beyond the walls.
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question. Hold on. Let me just pop that sucker up.
Can always state the door.
Well, I know, but that only gives them a radius out front, right? Of course, that's probably how they're going to come in. How many windows does this thing have?
How is it get in?
Well, it has windows. Has windows. Has a chimney. It's got everything.
It's just calls it a 20-foot burst. So yeah, centered around the door, I guess.
Okay. I mean, you could do the chimney. At least that would kind of cloak the wall. So if anyone like stacked up on any wall, you know what I mean? It would cover 3 walls. Like, let's say the chimney's at the back, right?
Well, 20-foot burst, and we're in a 20-foot cabin. Like, a 20-foot burst is way bigger than a 20-foot cabin.
5 feet. All the way
5
down.
feet. Yeah. So I've got a 5-foot radius.
You got a 4-foot square that you're superimposing on a 20-foot square.
Off. So that's basically exactly what would happen.
You cast it on the orc in the middle of the room. Here are what? Oh, you'll know. Don't go pee. The alarm goes with him.
Don't move. Don't move.
Okay. So I'm looking at a 20-foot burst around a cabin. Okay.
Yep.
The closest it comes to the walls is 3 feet off of each corner kind of thing. But you got a good 10 feet off the door. You got a good 15 feet, or sorry, a good 7 feet off the back wall. You got a good 10 feet off the front. So that's not bad. And you're telling everyone, like, we actually have a bell that is a bell with no dinghy in it.
Yep.
And so like cast it on, place it on the floor. This is, just pick an object.
I can just target it for the center. It's just a 20-foot burst, right?
When you make the cabin, you have a nail in the middle.
Does it go through walls? Like, would it stop inside of
the radius? Anything that steps inside that radius without speaking the password sets off the ringy dingy.
Well, they have all kinds of cover rules, right? So I'm just double checking, and it's like,
and that's exactly what the alarm does. 1 ringy dingy, 2 ringy dingy.
I'm trying to remember Lily Tomlin.
That's it.
I just saw my mom watching Lily Tomlin, an aged Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda, in a really good series.
Oh yeah. What is that called?
Really good. Grace.
It is good.
Grace,
it is good.
Yeah,
my parents absolutely love it. I watched the first season. And I was like, oh, you guys got to watch this. You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah,
Grace and it's Grace and something.
Yeah. And she used to have this skit on Saturday Night Live where she was like this uppity 1940s, 1960s phone operator where they pull the big jack amplifier plugs in and out of the switchboard. And she'd call someone, and she'd loved her job where she could like play the interference and like, and she'd play this game with herself, and she's gonna call someone, and then she'd sit there and she'd be 1 ringy dingy, 2 ringy dingy. Hello, Mr. Johnson. And they would get into the skit. And yeah, it was something that she became iconically famous for, because even though our parents, Matt, were watching that because we were still a bit young, even we remember it.
Yep.
I absolutely love Lily Tomlin and Steve Martin in the movie All of Me.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh, it's awesome. She's going to die. She's rich. And she hires a guru to move her soul into somebody else. And she ends up inside of Steve Martin, controlling half of his body. It's an awesome movie.
Oh, you know what? Describing it, I think I have seen it, but I probably was a kid. That sounds like an 80s thing. Right?
It is. It was a really good movie, and it's one of the movies where Steve Martin shines in his foolery, but plays a somewhat serious role, and it's quite good. Anyway, because everybody knows Steve Martin for like The Jerk and all this stuff, and I like the man. My dad and I
There's a movie he did with John Cleese where he plays a con artist.
Oh yeah.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yes.
It's Michael Caine, not John.
Michael Caine. You're right. You're right. Yes.
Yeah. And they redid the
movie.
Go
to the washroom?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Rupert the monkey boy.
The Rupert. Yeah.
Yeah. He's wearing an eye patch. He's got a cork on his fork, and he's poking himself. Yeah.
It's to protect himself.
Yeah.
And others.
Well, the idea was Michael Caine had all these rich women lined up, and he had to get rid of them. So it was time for marriage. He had to marry like 6 women. So it's like, right, meet my family, and he would scare them off. But anyway, suddenly there's light on the map. Who's got a light source? It's me.
Yeah, that was me. I was trying to turn it off.
Well, now you turned it on, have they? No one's going to sneak up on us now.
Oh, now I got the...
I have a spell that'll protect us. Light on top of the same bell, and we're all like, blah.
I was trying to turn it off.
There's no walls.
What? I'm trying to.
Because I'm going to bed. I'm trying to turn it off.
It wasn't on. What did you do?
It did look. It was on my map.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you were flicking with. What?
You might have to remove the spell effect from them.
Excuse me, your divine power is showing.
Yeah. Excuse me while I whip this out.
That's funny. Like when he snores.
Oh, I'm sorry, my radiance.
He's gonna go dressed to get in the car. Oh!
Yeah, well, he had that booze in him, right? It's after effects.
Oh yeah, it's an uncontrollable effect.
Yeah, getting back to that booze, right? He's snoring and it's like, oh. That's how he sleeps, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, right? Scanning the jungle in your stead, a lone tiny angel swoops low over the canopy. A wee away, a wee away, a wee away. Don't worry. Recon slowly. And he's flying around doing your thing. So I don't know how to shut that off. Guys, it's like the ambient light piercing the darkness, right?
It's a spell effect on Niles himself. You remove it like a status.
Oh, like if I go into the combat?
Yeah.
Light, 20 feet. He's like put on himself twice. That's so bright.
I was trying to turn it off.
He's like adding it.
The sun, thank God.
Okay, so
you turn my eyes. Put your pants back on.
So there's no on and off for you. Every time you click it, it just gets brighter, and I can remove it as okay. Now we know. Meanwhile, back to the happy darkness. Now, what you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, on the video version is basically the few party members. The majority of party members. They all have dark vision except Niles. So I'm assuming Niles can't see crap. Can you see anything on your map right now, Joe?
Yeah, I can just see the cabin.
Okay. Well, that's good.
That's it.
No, I'm just saying,
I see now.
The audience gets dark vision along with everybody else because majority rules, and poor Niles is like, what? Okay.
I get to see a purple circle.
So what happens if you get 8 hours? Does it have to be consistent for your spells?
That's a good question. I think it was 4 hours uninterrupted.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll double check that.
Aiden, master of the low roll. Roll me a d8. Let's see how many hours go by.
Yeah, the 8 hours of rest do not need to be consecutive. Just have to get 8 hours a day.
Okay. 1 hour. Just like
that's actually good. That's actually probably good. I mean, not that consecutive matters.
I know, but it's just so funny.
It's
like, it just sets Niles just like after working on patient after patient, just drags himself into bed and just closes his eyes, and all of a sudden, 1 ringy dingy, 2 ringy dingy.
No, that's more like just got the armor off.
Yes. Yes,
just got the armor off.
Would you guys kindly go into your character sheets and unequip your armor so you don't get AC bonuses?
Done.
Yeah, he takes his beard off. What? This whole time. Or no, it's like a hair extension. You know, people take the hair extension out of their hair.
It's like, no, it's like a symbiote. It's like Venom. Like
He just scurries away. That's so creepy. Can I make my familiar my beard?
Oh, actually, with Miros, if we're talking armor, I guess it's beard and chest hair, right? Like the chest hair.
It's matte.
Yeah, it goes and just covers over Glug Glug, keep him warm.
When he has has a chance to be in civilization, he has it professionally braided into patterns.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Looks fancy.
It's fancy.
His clan symbol.
Well, not right now. He went all druid. He's been wandering around the bushes. Remember, he came out all mutt stained and
the jungle's taught me things.
He's
we had to hose him off before we let him in the cozy cabin.
Yeah, hydraulic push.
You do that
a bunch of times.
Just
do you guys actually have a spell that could like simulate a fire hose?
A fire hose?
Yeah, hydraulic push.
I have
that crashing wave. You just line everybody up. Now turn. You cast it a second time. There you go. You're all showered. And then it started to rain in the jungle, as it does every day. Oh, damn it. You know, I just leave them out in the rain for a while. All right. The alarm. Oh, how big a creature?
What do you mean, how big a creature? Any creature. Any corporeal creature.
Okay. So, yeah, alarm goes off. Like
small or large?
Yeah, hey, you guys all run outside. Like, what would you do?
I mean, get up, get my weapon, and head outside.
Yeah, you head outside.
Yes,
whatever,
whenever a small or larger. So I guess if something's smaller than small, it can pass through.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like actual jungle life, a big snake, a jaguar, something that's happening by, maybe take a sniff, or you know what I mean? Like this.
Yep.
You may not be an encounter here. There might be just some creature wandering by the top edge. You know, come out, have a look at the cabin, like a fox or something. Go screw this and leave because it smells you. And you guys are like ding 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 ding. Like how many times do you have this memorized?
Every time it happens, I pee.
No, it lasts for 8 hours. It's not a once it goes off, it's done. It's up and existent.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, not to be a dick, but it keeps going off, like, every hour or so. Like, you know, something gets close to the cabin. It's a jungle. Like, there's no
small size, so like halfling or a goblin.
Yeah, like not a snake or like a
panther.
Nothing that's tiny.
Dude, it's a jungle. I'm talking about, like, the snakes are 20 feet long. There's cougars. There's hyenas. Everything's, like, you know, 3 to 6 feet. Just come wandering through here. There's fucking elephants in it. Like, just now. How many would come to this location this very night? I don't know, or come this close, but you know what I'm saying? Like, also, the jungle drakes were here for a while, and they would smell the blood, and you know what I mean? But I
could see the smell of combat attracting some larger predators, but I can't see it. I can't see it. Being like, oh, everybody come check this shit out.
All the rabbits in the warren. What is it? Do you remember?
Hey, Jeff, I have actually a neat ability that might pertain to this.
Okay.
I have survey wildlife. You can study in detail in the wilderness to determine the presence of nearby creatures. You can spend 10 minutes assessing the area around you to find out what creatures are nearby based on nests, scat, and marks on vegetation. Attempt a survival check against DC determined by the GM based on how obvious signs are. On success, you can attempt a recall knowledge check with a -2 penalty to learn more about the creatures just from these signs. If you are a master in survival, you don't take the penalty.
Okay, so you'd like to know exactly what is roosting in the area?
Well, if something like it's by the second time or third time, it's like, hey, wait, let me go take a look at this here. What's going on?
Okay, like you'd gain information, but then you would not get rest. And like I said, whatever you're studying.
Well, if I'm not getting rest, maybe it's because of information.
Yeah, but even the guy that sleeps in his car and sleeps very badly because traffic goes by and wakes him up every 10 minutes is going to be more rested than you spending 8 hours all night walking around going. He's doing his own.
How they found me?
Yeah, like I know. It's just like he thinks he's Steve Irwin now. He's doing an Aussie accent, and the audience is there. He's looking at weird trees, and he sees audience like. So as you see, we're studying the oi. That's cool. I'd like to use it. I just would kind of advise against it. However, I could see you spending 2 hours wandering around just making sure that there isn't like a bear cave or like a serious predator in the area.
Yeah.
But you do come across a large reptilian creature over here. Very dangerous. You believe it's a jungle drake. And there's another one. And then, you're like,
not interested in sexing it. Just
what are you doing?
To go to
I
beat
was
you that punchline.
For a reason, thank you very much.
oh, sorry, I'm moving the wrong dude. What? Oh.
Is there a chance I could do a survival check to maybe, put some false signal, scents down to like lure cougars and stuff away from
Pee
this
on
spot?
tree.
Pee on tree. Yeah. Some old orc tricks of mine with my survival.
Well, the blood and the stench of the massive drakes that we've slaughtered. Now it's not like we've like ripped them apart because it's a lot of bludgeoning damage. No, I honestly think like the dead drake smell or the smell of the drake itself that's been bludgeoned to death would probably keep most things away. I don't think like anything nasty that could hurt you probably won't approach unless it's sentient. However, there are still small creatures that come fairly close because they don't know any better. They smell something weird and they look at the cabin and like I said, anyway, getting on with it. Let's say you guys burn about 2 hours settling the grounds. Give me some survival checks there, Miros and Doug, for your identification. And like I said, trying to... because there is something you do. You could move the second body. You guys could drag a body like adjacent, like flanking the cabin. At least you have 2 points of get away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 30 survival.
Okay.
I only had a 13, but...
Nothing above a small creature or less was anywhere near this area. Like it would have to be pretty small. The drake.
Not to mention that idol thing would probably nuke stuff that wasn't allied, quote unquote, with because it doesn't do friends, but like the random creature that hopped into the area, would it get blasted?
Speaking about that, maybe you and Niles would have to. Oh yeah, I know. It just wakes up with him. Ah! End of episode, the eyes pop up, he's down the hole with it. Getting back to a scientific conversation with Albrecht and Niles, you guys were throwing back and forth theories about the ritual that made this thing, how it identifies friend and foe. Do you guys remember how far you got in those theories?
Not very far.
You guys did a bunch of rolls, and I was like, you couldn't figure it out. And then I had to take something back, and apologies. You guys decided that you could actually disguise yourself as cultists with some of their trappings. And it's a draconic skull. And then, can I have a religion and arcane check, you guys putting your heads together?
Sure.
You want them in the box?
Yeah. Decent arcana.
Sweet.
Ooh, very nice. Okay. You guys are sitting there. You do your surgery, Niles. You guys fall asleep. Alarms go off. They run around. You guys fall asleep. Alarms go off. And while those guys are out there doing their survival stuff, Lilbrock jets into a bush to be ready to pounce, because I think that's what Lilbrock was doing, right?
Well, immediately, but if there's nothing going on, that I'd try and help out the other two with. Yeah,
you're in and out, right? Yeah, you're in and out. Okay, which gives you guys a little bit of time, like, well, we're awake, right? And you start talking, and then it hits you guys as you start comparing notes about religious cult ritual versus magical, alchemical, and substance of like what it takes to make these things and what it would do. Those were draconic creatures, and it left them alone. This cult worships an ancient dead dragon god. There has to be some kind of connection.
So technically, shouldn't Albrecht classify as that?
Yeah, I am.
You're not draconic. You have draconic blood, but you are like 90% dwarf. Or I thought about this. I honestly gave this thought.
It's probably more like 99% dwarf. The
way
they describe it, right?
I had thought about it, and also you notice
because they're like, I think at level 12, I take the next tier up in my bloodline, and then I actually do gain the draconic.
And yet, if you think about it, how many times have I actually shot it out? Only once.
A couple times.
I think. Once. And you were in the line of fire. because Amuros was in your way. You've only been a casualty of war. This thing hasn't singled you out. These things have not singled you out. Now, I'm not saying you're immune. You can just stand out there, be their guy. But I'm kind of like, if I'm rolling a dice and I say, okay, there's 6 of you, right? And it's a D12, and everybody, you're 1, 2, you're 3, 4, you're 5, 6, you're 7, 8. Al, you're 11, 12's dead. I would do something like that. Like, there's a lesser chance of you being targeted because of your blood, but it's got to be full-on draconic, or you need to be... Now, these creatures, these cultists are not draconic creatures so far. Oh, wait a minute. No, there was that female half-dragon thing. But no, we've run into... You guys have run into frog people and...
Monkey dudes.
Right?
Monkey dudes. Rainbow butt monkey cultists.
But those guys were like serious armor and feathers and tats and all this crap and hide. They were wearing like... But not hide armor, but just like strips of like alligator... You know what I mean? Like, it all kind of comes together. Like, there's a serious draconic theme. And if you guys wanted to disguise yourselves...
Oh, we could probably skin the drakes.
Yeah, you guys could either make yourselves look like cultists or get some new alligator boots, if you know what I'm saying, and that might, at the very least, increase your odds of getting close under fire.
It's not a bad idea. I was thinking about spending some time and stripping them down anyways, because I'm sure there's alchemic stuff I can take advantage of. Like, they've probably
they got poison stingers. Yeah. Like,
we've gone through the process of killing them. We must be taking what we can from them.
Now, they don't offer up the poison from their stinger, but they do have 3 doses of giant wasp venom. So what I'm thinking of is, like, any venomous creature, you need to milk it, you need to store it, you need to preserve it. Like, inside the creature with the glands, it regenerates. But a dead creature, the poison would go stale. Like, you could use it like the same day maybe, but it would kind of go stale. So unless you have poison alchemy feats to like harvest or create, you probably can't.
I'd have to look into that. I don't know if it's feats, but I'd probably have to spend time.
Yeah. It's
time with the station.
Probably not worth, like, unless you just want to make a weapon out of the stinger, it's probably not worth harvesting.
But we could harvest the hides.
You can harvest all kinds of stuff. I'm sure Drake Tooth versus Eye of Newt, sure, like a generic flavor thing. But I'm just saying, like, ooh, they have poison, now I have a poison weapon. It's like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work like that.
Right. No, I wasn't thinking along those lines. I was thinking more along the lines of we've got giant dragon blankets that we can throw over ourselves if shit goes wrong, and we, you know
just
what I mean?
Just like this freaking, like the Pac-Man ghosts, like this big mop of a, just like a boom, 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 you know. Brothers, what the hell is that? We are we're the green dragon. Like, there's a bluff diplomacy, a deception I want to see. You guys just come out there like, 3 dwarves in a dragon trench coat. like sure.
We're a Drake.
Yeah.
A weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
A weekend at Bernie's. It's terrible.
The only thing funny of that was that their leader might just happen to be some kind of draconic female and you guys try to seduce, but we'll see. And with that terrible thought in mind, with all kinds of guys spinning and you guys get out the sewing machine.
Hashtag RPG goals.
Yeah. We'll
because you have to admit that would be one of the best RPG stories to tell ever. I had these guys once that wrapped themselves up in a drake skin and tried to seduce a dragon.
Actually, it's every Friday we've been playing for 5 years. Save me. And we will see you all next time. I put the worst ideas in your heads, I swear.
You do. You really
Yeah.
I really do.
My own worst enemy here.